Once upon a time on a quiet farm nestled in the countryside, the sun rose over dewy grass, birds chirped, and the animals began their day. Among them were two barnyard stars, a proud brown horse named Bruno and a gentle black and white cow named Clara. Bruno often trotted with confidence around the pasture, tail flicking in rhythm. Clara watched from beneath a shady tree, calm as ever, her eyes blinking slowly as she chewed grass in peace. The farmer often joked about them. They may not talk, but those two sure seemed to keep each other company. They were neighbors in the pasture. But could they ever be more? One afternoon, the farmer's grandchildren visited the farm. While pointing toward Bruno and Clara, one of them asked, "Grandpa, what happens if the horse and the cow, have a baby?" The farmer let out a hearty laugh and leaned on his shovel. That's a question even Google might giggle at. But let me tell you something. He explained that Bruno and Clara are two very different kinds of animals, not just on the outside but deep down in their DNA. A horse has 64 chromosomes, he said, and a cow has 60. That means their genes don't mix, not in the pasture and not in nature. Even if Bruno ever tried to get close, Clara would likely just swish her tail, turn her head and walk off. And that would be the end of that farm romance. The kids said they saw strange pictures online, creatures with horse heads and cow bodies. The farmer chuckled and waved it off.
Photoshop, he said.
You can paste anything these days, doesn't make it real. He added, now horses and donkeys? Sure. Cows and buffalo? Yes, you get a beefalo. But cows and horses? They just ain't compatible. One quiet morning, Bruno wandered near Clara. He sniffed the grass near her feet, gave a little whinny, and waited. Clara didn't even glance his way, just kept chewing like nothing happened. The farmer smiled from the gate and said to himself, some questions don't need answers, just good stories. As the sun dipped behind the hills, Bruno and Clara stood silently side by side, peaceful, content, but always just friends. So, what happens when a horse mates with a cow? Nothing at all, but it sure makes folks curious. Like and subscribe for more real stories from the farm. Comment your weirdest animal question. We just might turn it into a tale.